Hey there, my name is Adwoa, and welcome to today's video. As we all work in organizations of some sort, large or small, we depend on our coworkers and colleagues to help us get work done. But some colleagues and coworkers are a little bit more challenging to work with than others. And sometimes that's because some of those colleagues and coworkers are total control freaks. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about what exactly you can do differently so that you can have a much better working relationship with that control freak colleague of yours and therefore get so much critical work done. So just keep watching. It really doesn't matter what type of organization you're a part of. It doesn't matter if it's big or small, education or politics or government. You will come into contact with people who just want to hoard things and information and therefore make your life a little bit more difficult in the workplace. But rest assured, most of the time, these people are not on a mission to make you unsuccessful or make you frustrated every single day. What I have come to learn over the years is that most people who are control freaks are really battling something that's much more internal and usually doesn't have anything to do with you. And that takes us to tip number one. If you can manage the insecurities that control freak colleague of yours has, you are much more likely to get critical work done with this person. From my experience, most people who are control freaks really are insecure about the value that they provide to an organization. They want to hoard information and things, sometimes even their relationships with people, because they think that will help make them more valuable, indispensable. And in reality, they're trying to protect their own jobs, not make your job more difficult. Knowing that, you can adjust your style with that control freak colleague so that you can manage their insecurities. One of the things I love recommending is that when you have that control freak colleague, you manage their insecurities by reminding them of how valuable they are to the organization. There's a lot of ways you can do that. You can bounce ideas off of them. You can include them in your own idea generation. When they do something for you, you can thank them genuinely and specifically for what exactly it is that they did, and then remind them again of how valuable they are to the organization. Hearing that reinforcement from you will help make that control freak colleague feel less threatened about the value that they provide, and they'll be much more willing over time to give you more information, to help you, to give you more access to the things you need to get that really important work done. Now, as I said earlier, most control freak colleagues are not waking up every day saying, "Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to ruin my entire team's dynamic today." Most of them are coming in with the same objective you have, to have a great day and get great work done. I say that to say, maybe instead of assuming that this person wants to make your life miserable, you assume that this person actually wants to make the team better. So assuming that there's some positive intention behind that person's behavior can really help you navigate the situation a little bit better. The truth is that some people have been burned in the past when they didn't micromanage a situation or control data or people or information to the best of their ability. Sometimes they felt like that was the reason why something fell through the cracks or somebody got in trouble or maybe somebody even got fired. So if you think about it from that vantage point, it can help you understand where this control freak colleague might actually be coming from. It doesn't mean that they should continue the behavior, but everyone likes to be understood. So if instead of getting frustrated by their behavior, you can assume that there must be some positive intention behind the behavior and talk to the colleague about it, that can have a completely different dynamic and help shed some insight for you as to why this person is behaving the way that they're behaving. The last thing I want to talk to you about today is challenging yourself. It's easy for us to look at our coworker who's a control freak and say there is something so wrong with them. But is there anything that you're doing or used to do that might be encouraging that person to maintain this control freak behavior? So let me be a little bit more specific. Have you done anything that's made anybody on your team distrust you? Have you had responsibility for something and maybe completely dropped the ball? Did you have really poor detail orientation or lack of follow-up so other people were picking up your work? It's important to be self-reflective and think about, have I done anything intentionally or not that might make this person think that they can't give me access to the information that I need or want? If the answer is yes, you need to rectify that, and thankfully there is a way to rectify that. If you've done things, even if it's one moment that this person cannot get over, the best way to really change that person's dynamic and impression of you is to flood them with more positive moments. That means you need to be Johnny or Janie on the spot. That means you need to come over the top with your detail orientation, with your follow-up. They need to see that whatever impression of you that they had was so wrong, and they'll only believe that it was wrong if they see many data points to overshadow the one data point. Research has actually shown that in order to get rid of a negative impression, you need 12 positive impressions. Now you just learned 3 different things to think about every time you have a control freak colleague. And you know what? This also works if you have a control freak boss. So you are totally set up for success in this area. Now, if you're digging what I'm sharing, you have a few options. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to like it and I want you to share it. Anybody you know has probably dealt with a control freak colleague or leader at some point in their career. And you never know how this simple video share is seriously going to make a positive impact in their career and in their life. So share away. And if you feel like you need a little bit more of what we're doing here, then here's what you do. You head over to the site that's listed right here and you sign up for those email updates, because that way you never miss out on any single new video that I drop, and I usually drop them weekly into the inboxes of my email subscribers. Organizations need that unique gift that only you bring. So go out into the world today and act with conviction, be courageous, and live joyfully every single day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I cannot wait to see you again at our very next video.